From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Chris Carl.
Among Delaware's top stories from Monday, March 26th, Christina's school district is being sued to keep schools open. We'll take you to Philly spring training, and Kimmy Meissner looks for a world championship. Here are the details. The city of Wilmington and two parents are suing the Christina School District to try to prevent the closing of 4 schools. Mayor Baker says the district's plan to close the Palmer, Stubbs, Pulaski, and Douglas elementary schools violates Delaware's Neighborhood Schools Act and unfairly burdens the city economically. The parents claim closing the schools will deny their children access to an elementary school close to their homes. Christina officials have not been available for comment. If there were a disaster in Delaware, the state would be ready in making sure medicines and supplies got to where they needed to be. That's the assessment from the Centers for Disease Control. The CDC has given Delaware an excellent grade when it comes to requesting and distributing emergency items. Emily Falone, Section Chief for Public Health Preparedness in Delaware, says the state can respond well to anything from an anthrax attack to a flu pandemic to floods. Well, the charcoal pit on Concord Pike is a bit worse for wear, but open, after a car damaged the building. A 2-car crash ended with one of the cars hitting the restaurant Saturday morning, taking out a plate glass window, 8 feet of a wall, and some booths. Both drivers were slightly hurt. Delaware looks to establish trade with Cuba. WDEL News continues in a moment.
Oh,
Is everything okay, ma'am?
not really. I need to ride DART tomorrow to get to work, and I forgot to buy my DART card. I guess I have to find a ride.
Well, you certainly come to the right place. Didn't you know that Acme now sells DART cards and paratransit multi-trip cards?
Now, where?
They're available at our customer service desk.
Getting you there now starts at your 12 Delaware neighborhood Acme markets. DART and Acme have joined in partnership to be your one-stop shopping place for both groceries and DART cards. It's now easier and more convenient than ever to pick up your DART cards with Acme.
Delaware is looking to start trading with Cuba. In 2001, the federal government made it legal to sell medical supplies and agricultural goods to the Cubans. Delaware Agriculture Secretary Michael Skews says a trade mission 2 weeks ago by his department found a big market for the state's poultry industry. Skews says apples, soybeans, and wheat are some other products we could see making their way out of the first state for Havana ports in the very near future. Newcastle County's sewer fee for new homes being built on property south of the C&D Canal will be thousands of dollars less than expected. A new consultant's report is giving the county 3 different pricing levels, ranging from about $9,300 to nearly $14,000. That's about half the price than first thought. The fee would pay for the multi-million-dollar southern sewer system. It would be paid for by developers before they could receive a building permit for each home and be passed on in the price of the home. State fire investigators are blaming a malfunctioning refrigerator for a fire that spread quickly in a Brandywine 100 home. It happened just before 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon in McDaniel Crest. Damage is estimated at about $75,000. Well, Big Don Volts is with the Phillies in Florida. WDEL Sports and your Delaware AccuWeather forecast coming up.
Looking to gain an edge in the technology or design field? Wilmington College's Division of Information Technology and Advanced Communications offers state-of-the-art facilities equipped with the latest tools. Did you know that Wilmington College has been preparing students for careers in media arts and technology over the past 7 years? Enjoy hands-on experience and personal attention from instructors drawn straight from the industry. To learn more, visit wilmcol.edu. Wilmington College. Achieve balance, achieve success.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware every weekday morning, 5:30 to 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL Sports, our Don Volts reports from Philly spring training.
If you're a Phillies fan tired of the mid-Atlantic winter, there was no better place to be this past weekend than the west coast of Florida. Perfect weather and spring training baseball. The first stop for the Phillies on Saturday was Sarasota, where the Phillies took on the Cincinnati Reds. Highlights? Plenty, just not on the field where the Phillies lost 7-0. We did see this alligator mascot. We have no idea who he was connected with, but he seemed to be more popular than Mr. Red, who has a baseball for a head and some mannerisms that remind you of Pee Wee Herman. On our way out, we saw Homer the Clown, a combination of Sarasota's Grapefruit League history and its long-standing tenure as the winter home of the circus. On Sunday, it was Bright House Networks Field in Clearwater where the Phillies took on Minnesota. Another picture-perfect day with Cole Hamels on the mound for the Phillies. Part of the allure of spring training baseball is the atmosphere. For one thing, you're close to the action. Then there are the unique features of the ballparks. At Bright House Networks Field, for instance, the signs indicating the distance to all the Phillies farm teams, plus the home club in Philadelphia. And how about the famous Frenchie's Tiki Bar in left field? It's so popular, it's open 2 hours after the game. But in the long run, the question is, how did the Phillies do? On this day, Chase Utley hit a pair of home runs in a 10-2 Phillies win.
Chase Utley is home run number 5 of the spring, came on the 0-2 pitch. Home run number 5 on the 0-2 pitch.
In Clearwater, Don Volts, 11:50 a.m., WDEL.
And at the World Figure Skating Championships, defending champion Kimmy Meissner, who trains at the University of Delaware, ended up in 4th place. Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast: clouds and some sunshine through today, a high 54. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a passing shower possible, low 49. Tomorrow, cloudy to partly sunny, the high reaching 74. Get news updates throughout the day. Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 11:50 a.m. WDEL, or anytime right here at WDEL.com, including news video from Delaware and around the world from WDEL and the Associated Press. I'm Chris Carl. Thanks for watching.